For clients that receive equity compensation in the form of stock options, RightCapital's dedicated stock plans module can provide pivotal insight. This module equips you with powerful tools to analyze a client's grants on a deeper level, present key information to clients using easy-to-understand visuals, and even demonstrate the benefits of specific exercise and liquidation strategies. You can access RightCapital's dedicated stock plan module within the More menu, Stock Plans tab of each and every client plan. One quick note before we dive in. This module will only display information if one or more stock plans are entered into the client's profile net worth section. For more information on entering stock plans in RightCapital, we recommend taking a look at the RightCapital Help Center. The Stock Plans module is made up of 4 distinct sections: Summary, Grants, Analysis, and Details. Like other planning modules, you'll also find a set of action items at the bottom of the page. Let's start by reviewing the Summary and Grants tabs, which both provide deeper insight into a client's existing grants and current stock plan situation. The first thing you'll see on the Summary page is the Equity Compensation Summary chart, which illustrates the value of the client's vested and unvested shares as of today. These are separated out by individual grants type: restricted stock units, incentive stock options, and non-qualified stock options. To the right of the chart, you'll find the dollar value of the client's vested, unvested, and total shares across one or more stock plans. For clients with multiple stock plans, you can isolate individual plans using the drop-down menu in the upper right. You'll also find a second chart here. The Equity Compensation Share Vesting chart shows the number of vested and unvested shares each year projected out into the future. The key metric to the right of the chart will help you quickly identify the year in which all shares finish vesting. As a reminder, you can always hover your mouse over these charts in RightCapital to highlight more specific dollar values. Our next tab is the Grants tab, which provides a more detailed look at a client's current stock plan situation by consolidating all of a client's current grants into a single table. Like the Equity Compensation Summary chart, this table provides information on a client's grants as of today. You can toggle between all stock plans or individual plans using the drop-down menu in the upper left. Here, you'll find details to help clients better understand the status of their current grants. Using the radio buttons in the upper right, you can toggle between viewing the number of shares and viewing the dollar value of shares. This enables you to quickly determine the monetary value of a client's shares as of today. Our next 2 tabs, Analysis and Details, both provide visuals and information on a client's proposed stock plan strategy. To understand proposed stock plan strategies, we first need to take a quick look at our action items at the bottom of the page. Just like in other planning modules in RightCapital, the action items are your playgrounds to alter variables and plan inputs, see the impact of your changes, and ultimately showcase the value of your recommendations to your clients. In the Stock Plans module, the action items allow you to implement specific exercise and liquidation strategies to build out a proposed stock plan strategy for clients. This can then be compared to the current stock plan strategy, which will reflect the stock plan inputs feeding in from the Profile Net Worth section. By default, you'll be able to edit the exercise and liquidation strategies for each stock plan as a whole. However, you can also adjust the exercise and liquidation strategies of individual grants within each stock plan by clicking the Edit button in the lower right and then checking the Custom Grant Strategy item. You can also check the Cashless Exercise and 83B election boxes to propose those strategies for clients as well. The action items give you the flexibility to demonstrate ways in which clients can minimize taxes, reduce their equity exposure, or increase their overall invested assets. As you're dialing in the action items, you can make use of the visuals in the Analysis tab to directly compare your proposed strategy to the client's current strategy. Here, you can track and compare a client's total invested assets and total taxes paid over the course of their plan projections. You may recognize these 2 charts from the Retirement Analysis module. These visuals, along with the numbers to the right of each chart, clearly demonstrate the long-term value of your proposed strategy to clients. In this area, you'll also find a third chart that quantifies the value of a client's stock plans as a percentage of their overall investment portfolio, which can be valuable for highlighting a client's stock exposure. Lastly, a fourth chart here will track the cash flow details of the stock plans as they're exercised and liquidated out into the future. If you're familiar with the retirement analysis module in RightCapital, you'll find some similar features here as well. In the lower right, you can toggle between future dollars and today's dollars, which will discount these values by your general inflation rate. Using the drop-down menu in the upper right, you can even view these charts within the context of a specific return scenario with a more specific sequence of returns. If you aren't familiar with return scenarios in RightCapital, you can find more information in our Help Center. Our fourth and final section is the Details tab, which is where you can view a detailed cash flow breakdown of your proposed stock plan strategy on an individual grant level. Both past and future grants are included in these tables. You can toggle between total grants and individual grants using the drop-down in the upper right. Just like the Analysis tab, there are 4 distinct tables that you'll find here. Our first 2 tables go hand in hand: a summary by number of shares and a summary by dollar value. This allows you to easily track grants as they vest, exercise, and are sold within the projections. Next, we have a cash flows table that clearly details cash inflows, cash outflows, and net cash flows for the proposed stock plan strategy. A final taxes table will show you the taxes paid on a yearly basis for your proposed strategy as well. The Details tab provides the most granular information on your proposal and can be enlightening when trying to understand and interpret the results of changes that you've made to the action items. The last piece of the puzzle when it comes to the Stock Plans module is taking the proposed stock plan strategy that you've curated here and applying it within the broader context of a client's retirement projections. In other words, turning on these changes within one or more proposed plans in the Retirement Analysis module. To apply a stock plan proposal, navigate to the Retirement Analysis module and scroll down to the action items at the bottom of the page. In the lower right-hand column under Strategies, look for the Stock Plan Strategy item. If you don't see it listed here, click the Edit button in the lower right, and then check the box for Stock Plan Strategy within the Strategies area. At this point, you can toggle from Current Strategy to Stock Plan Proposal, and then click the Refresh button in the lower right. This will cause the proposed stock plan details from the Stock Plans module to be incorporated into your proposed plan, updating both the Monte Carlo projections as well as the future-looking cash flow projections. That does it for our overview of the dedicated Stock Plans module. As always, if you have any additional questions related to stock plans in RightCapital, please don't hesitate to reference the educational resources within our Help Center or to reach out to our advisor support team for more details.